After 31 days of mind-blowing activities and drama in the world of sports, the month of January finally comes to a climax. If you can hear me, congratulations, you made it to the finish line. This is Sports Review on AF Television. I'm not proud, but this is your one-stop for everything sports. I'm your television coach, Regina Monday. And today is Monday special. I'm not alone. I have a friend to help me today. Yes, we're going to be discussing issues. He's a sport enthusiast, a sport lover, and a Lagos boy. Bayo. Good.
Regina, how are you?
I'm fine. The month of January has been quite interesting.
Yes, it has. Honestly, I won't lie to you. It has been really, really interesting.
Yeah, I'm really glad. I know this. This January is shorter than most Januaries, as we all know.
Yes, actually, this January in particular has actually been short compared to the ones we've had in the past.
Like the usual
Yeah,
6 months in one package.
this one is actually having like 5 Sundays, and the other ones is have like six. Not, I'm just making
12
my
Sundays. I
meaning.
mean, yes, AFCON is still going on. It will come to a climax on the 6th of February, and some teams played yesterday. So far, so good. Bayo, have you been following the AFCON?
Well, I have been following it because it's actually an interesting thing to follow. Even though Nigeria already left the chat,
Yeah,
but then
we
you still have to follow it.
Yeah, and it's like a platform that brings over 24, that brought 24 clubs together, countrysides together. They started with 24 teams, they went down to 16. There were 8, now there are 4. Yes, you can imagine, everybody is just united. Instead of continental clubs, just without yes, covered the entire and then Ghana lost to Cameroon 2-0. Cameroon, that moment when you say, "This is my house, I own it." They have really lived up to expectations. Imagine someone beating your house. That's just out of the card.
It's not easy, honestly, for you to beat a country. I mean, like a team in their own
So, yes,
house.
home games are always very
Because
tricky.
most times home teams used to have home advantage, but then it's just what it is in this
Yeah,
game.
it is what it is. Crisis within Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso has been struggling with political crisis. They had a coup d'etat last week. One way or the other, to the glory of God. What God cannot do does not exist. Nigerians, I happily announce that Tunisia has been kicked out by Burkina Faso. Praise the Lord.
I'm sure we'll be very, very much happy because that match, it was not supposed to turn out the way it did, but then it turned out like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we were really looking up
Oh,
to them
yeah,
losing.
yeah. I'm not trying to be a nepotist in this case, but I really watched that game simply because I wanted Tunisia to
To
lose,
lose.
and God did it for me.
God did it.
Would you look
If
at
I
that?
was not on their side this
Yeah,
time.
and for Tunisia, it was just a really bad game because I really wondered how they beat Nigeria. Burkina Faso had 10 men. One man was given a
A
red
red
card.
card.
One
Yeah.
way or the other, they still won Tunisia.
You see, actually, I think Tunisia is not as if they are that good.
Yeah,
Honestly, when I
they're
watched
not.
their match against Nigeria, I think the big, the Nigeria actually did the worst part of it because they were supposed to play like the way they've been
We
playing.
know them to be.
Yes,
Tunisia,
exactly.
the last time
But
Tunisia
then,
qualified for anything was 2004. Now imagine
can
Super
you
Eagles.
imagine?
Yeah. Then Senegal against Equatorial Guinea 3-1. 3-0 rather. And then so we have 4 finalists. It starts from the 2nd of February, Wednesday. Egypt, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, and Senegal. Best Naija boys. It's time for work. Oh. Yes, and European news. You know Mason Greenwood of Man
Yeah,
U
sure.
is in for rape allegation. Bayo and I were having a very heated argument before the show, and the boy child activist had a lot to say. Bayo, please tell me what you told. Tell them what you told me,
Okay.
rather.
Actually, from my own point of view, I'm not supporting rape. Rape is a very bad thing, and no one should actually try to rape anyone,
Yeah.
even if the person is your girlfriend or your wife. You should not
Mm.
support, as long as consent is not involved. You shouldn't do it. But then, what I'm trying to say is that because your husband or your boyfriend raped you does not mean that you should actually take the issue to court.
What do? You beat him.
No. First of all, you have the right to like just break up with the person. You know, like the only reason why I feel like you might want to take the issue to court is because the very moment you even come to be like a partner to this
You
person,
wanted
you want
something.
money.
Yeah, you wanted
Yes,
money.
because like this person is your partner and you claim to love the person. So you are not supposed to just say, okay, because he raped you or something. Like we don't really know what actually happened.
Transpired.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing. We only heard the news and we are not supposed to be judging by the news. So things might actually turn out to actually even be in favor of
Of Greenwood.
Greenwood. You
But you
understand?
know,
So
rape, regardless of whatever pedigree, it is still rape.
yes, it is rape.
Yeah, but who know? The Premier League is on international break. There are no Premier League games till the 8th of February. Oh, there's nobody even playing Premier League. Everybody's in different countrysides trying to help their country qualify. Then Dembele is to join PSG for Barcelona's Dembele. So the team is practically empty these days. Yeah, Monday special. I remember over the week, that was last week Friday, we had the people with Sabi segment. I'm not going to tell you the answer yet, though. You guys have not been commenting. I don't forget to call your friends, call your enemies. That girl you have been trying to track, just call her to the program. You'll be surprised. The winner over. Don't forget to call in. This is a two-way thing. I need you, you need me. I don't know who needs each other. I think, yeah, I need you more, please. Yes, for Monday special. Monday special is a new part of the program where I get to bring a guest to the program. And then we discuss trending football issues. Just today we're talking about the football age culture. I checked the dictionary, I looked up things in the dictionary. I rarely do that, but I decided to be smart. Yeah. Football is according to Urban Dictionary. I didn't even check Oxford. Can you imagine how lazy I am? But according to the Urban Dictionary, it's a term used in football. That's the round of that game of soccer. Um, to describe the act of a player halving his age, that's dividing your age into two, so your career can last longer. That's football age. Bayo,
Yeah.
are you using your real age or your football age?
I'm
Yeah.
using my real age because I'm not actually a footballer, you know. But then I don't think it's a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing for you to divide your age into two because you know the way football things go now.
Yeah.
Once you get to a particular age, they believe that you cannot meet up to
The
standard,
standards,
and
yeah.
then they begin to like sell you to all these lesser clubs. And you as an individual, you know that you can still do a lot of
So
things. So
yeah,
you just have to use that football age so that you
you
can just
can,
still
yeah,
maintain
yeah.
the position you're in. So that's it,
The
basically.
big story is Samuel Kalu, the 24-year-old player. That's what he claimed. That's what he's claiming, rather. He looks 60 at best, at least 60. He was signed to Watford over the weekend. That was last week, Friday. And fans, trust fans, I'm very sure Nigerian fans, started complaining 24 or 42. There was a picture posted, yes, with the manager of the club, and he was looking quite old. What's the idea behind it? Remember in 2018, our Nigerian goalkeeper, Francis Zoll, celebrated his son's 17th birthday when he was 19. It sparked extreme reactions there. Social media was on fire. Why do you, minus, do you think age does affect, do you think they should, I don't think there's a standard age to join football. So why do people have to really lie?
Actually, it's so much absurd on a normal ground for you to just put an age that you know that when people even hear it, they'll be very very surprised. Like how is that possible? You understand? So I think that although we understand the reason why they are doing it, but if you want to do it, use age that you know that is still reasonable,
Hmm.
still very, very much reasonable, not the one that you begin to use to allow the social media to just use you as
To catch cruise.
yes, to catch cruise, and it's not supposed to be that way at all. So that's it.
And looking at Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, recently Ronaldo has been having issues with his coach, Ralph Ragnick.
Yeah.
He has been benched, and people, fans are beginning to say, "Do you think his age has to do with it?" I don't blame these footballers because they know better. I'm not in that field. I don't know what happens there. Nobody wants to be taken from a big club to a lesser club where you get to earn less money. See Ronaldo is going to be 37 next month. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is 40. Yeah,
Yeah.
and in 2019 to 2020 season, he scored 15 goals in 19 games at 39/40. That's an old man. Look at Modric. Do you think age? I don't know how this thing works, but why are they so afraid? Maybe there's something behind the scene we don't know about, but there should be a reason these players are really scared. Why are they afraid?
Okay, you know that even as an individual, aside football,
Mm.
you would not like to leave the position you are, that position that is giving you the things that you want,
Yeah,
for a lesser position. You understand?
yeah,
Even though you know that there are people coming behind you that can actually do better than you, that even needs that position
yes.
more than you do. Because I think it's supposed to be soldier go, soldier come. Like,
Come.
yes, it's your time has passed, just move on. But then the selfish nature of individuals basically would not permit them to always agree to leave the position when they are supposed to leave
See,
the position. So I think that even if you are doing well, as long as your coach sees to it that okay, yes, you are not fit again for this
yeah, yeah,
position or something, you don't need to be exchanging
yeah.
maybe words or anything. You're not supposed to be having arguments with your
Just
coach.
it's just life.
It's life, right? But although we have some of those old people that are actually that did very well during their time. I mean, we have people like Cellini, Buffon. Like Buffon was old and he was a very
Yeah,
good
yeah.
keeper. You understand? So it's just that,
Even Manuel, Bayern goalkeeper,
right?
he's like
So
36, 37 thereabouts.
you should. That still does not now mean that when you are now being asked to leave the position, you
You
shouldn't
get
leave it.
very angry.
Yeah.
Do you think football, like the entire football association, would really help curb this matter by having a standard age? For example, in civil service, you join 18, you retire maybe 60, and then people still falsify it. This is we live in a crazy world. But do you think having a standard age, you come in at this age, at this particular age, carry your gun and must go and leave. There's no need to fight. Do you think that kind of thing will help curb the issue?
I don't think it would. In fact, I think it would worsen it because
Yeah,
even if as of now there is no standard,
yeah.
people are falsifying age. So now imagine a situation
Hey,
whereby they
blood
now,
will flow.
I'm telling you. So I don't think it would curb it at all, at all.
Yeah. Um, this football issue has really spanned across decades. I was even thinking this morning, if I were a footballer and I was earning probably in Nigeria money, imagine how much Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi earn. Maybe 60 million. Would I want to be above 20?
Yeah.
Would I
uh,
want to be above? I get the pressure to increase age, to reduce age. Don't you think there should be a particular tight means? For example, in Uniben, when I was going to Uniben then, they had measures. You bring in, you swell, you have just your birth certificates. There should be proof or some, maybe like a
mm,
DNA test. I don't even know what I'm saying, but there should be a
yeah,
standard way of
I
checking this.
understand you.
Because,
Oh, but then I still believe that if we are still talking about this age regulation thing that you're saying, keeping a standard and then you have evidence to show for it, people can always falsify that as well. But then, now imagine the situation whereby we agree to this standard thing.
mm,
Don't you think that it would actually affect these players from actually going down to other lesser clubs? Because if you notice, most times when these players get to a particular age, they go to China to play with for lesser teams, and there's
yeah.
like there's money.
And they make more money.
Yes, they make money there, but now if this kind of thing comes in play, it can actually affect that that
Yeah.
thing. They might not be able to go
To,
down to play for other lesser clubs
yeah.
or make more money.
Money. I was even thinking, what if there's this transition, for example, as a career, the way it works in football and the way it should always work, I think it's even the standard way. Once you have played to a particular extent, you have the privilege of the opportunity to go
Bring.
into coaching. So that way
Oh,
you're not useless. You don't have to play forever. For example, Ronaldo was saying something about coaching. You might consider coaching. Even Messi has come out to say, I might consider coaching. So I feel they should be more career opportunities. Do you think they are afraid once I stop playing, it's over for me?
first of all, not all players that can play know how to coach.
Hmm.
That's one.
Someone should write that down. Someone
And
should write that.
second of all, how many players do you want to convert into a coach? Do you know how many players are retiring in a year? It's not possible for you to see all of them should go and start coaching. In fact, it will now be more like a struggle again. You
Yeah.
struggle to be a player, now you are struggling to be a coach, which is
Uh,
not supposed
it's
to
to be
be.
ah
Yeah, so if you want to be a coach, your ability should show for it. You get. If Ronaldo wants to be a coach, he can try it out. But just know that before he gets to that level of being a very good coach, like
Ragnick,
yes, Klopp and all these
Pep, Pep,
people,
Pep,
and
Pep Guardiola, Jose
Guardiola,
Mourinho.
yes. So it's not going to be easy for him. That's why now he's a very good
Yeah,
footballer.
yeah,
So
but
now moving to start saying he wants to be a very good
that's
coach.
another terrain.
So that's just it. That's it, sha.
Bayo really cried cutlass entered stadium today. And lastly, this should be the last question I would ask because I've always wanted to ask this. Do you think age should always be a factor? What if they just let these players play? Okay, they say even if you are 60, as long as you still have the vigor, you have the strength, you have the tactics, you have the stamina, even if you want to die on the field, that's your business. Just keep playing. What if they take off the old age factor? It should not be a point where coaches should be quite biased with a particular player because the coach feels that person might not perform so excellently because of the age factor.
Okay, the belief generally is that the younger you are, the better you are at performing.
Is it
Yes,
true?
that is always the belief. That's why most times you see um, people like what's his name, this Arsenal coach
Yeah,
that gets new
and
people.
better.
Yes,
Mikel
so
Arteta, yeah.
and it just transfers them as long as once he sees that
You
you
are
are,
getting old. But in
he
Nigeria
transfers.
politics, in Nigeria, yeah, the older the better.
Actually, eventually you will get like your standard will still reduce. There's
Reduce
no how.
eventually.
So I think that it's just best to give opportunities to the young one.
But talent too. Ronaldo is 37 and they're young players. He does better than.
Yes, there are, but
Mm, uh,
eventually,
he don't choke. He don't choke.
no, eventually he's still going to like his performance is already reducing.
Okay.
His performance is already
Fair
reducing.
play.
That's why he cannot even like perform very well in Man. Now he's already on bench.
Yeah.
You get, so just allow the young ones to take your place. You to just find, and I also think something about retirement, grant or fund or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Give them money.
maybe if they feel that it's the money that
The
is,
problem.
yes, just give them a retirement grant or something for them to still
Yeah.
find something to do at the end of the day. You understand? So that's
But they already make so much money. Guys, like I said, one thing about sports is you never run out of what to say. Time actually runs out. We don't get to run out of what to say. Time leaves us. Time leaves the group chat. And throws away into our phone. This is much we can take today on Sports View on AF Television. Bayo, thank you. I like your shirts, by the way.
Thank you very
Don't
much.
worry, I still ugly. Guys, join us on Wednesday and on Fridays. Don't forget the question. People will sabi. I'll come your way on Friday with the answer. Who is the first Super Eagles coach? You can browse. You can even cheat. I don't know. I'm too good. You can even cheat. Call anybody. You can even cheat. Guys, it was really nice. Don't forget, AFCON continues on Wednesday, the 2nd of February in Cameroon, not in Nigeria. Tunisia is out. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
We bless God for His mercy. Thank you so much. Don't forget to have a nice day. Stay peaceful. Wear a face cap like Violet. The sun is really hot outside. Have a nice day. I am still Regina Monday. Thank you.